I want to be like 80s porn star.
Yeah.
I have a handlebar.
Yeah,
Did you shave your beard?
You always have.
No,
your
I've got the whole thing. Alright, so we're starting, or?
Yeah, it's starting recording.
Okay,
Yeah.
Brad.
It's the intro song. It isn't very long.
Hey!
Alright, pack it up, we're gone.
All right, so I guess welcome to finally episode 2 of the Tin Tan Pants podcast.
Long-awaited episode 2.
Yeah, I long awaited by like
by all
people.
ones of you who watched it.
All the views from the last one were from us, all 6 of them or whatever, because we watched it twice.
Hey, I fell asleep to watching ours, so it's that good.
I had serious audio issues because apparently I didn't leave my mic close to my mouth enough.
Yeah, that's the one problem I think I saw.
Is this any closer? Is this working better?
Oh, we're all good.
No, it's super close now, so.
Yeah.
So I wanna jump in straight away into Prey because that game is that's game of the year. Hands down, unless something else different comes out, that's gonna be game of the year, I reckon.
I need to get it.
So I'll break it down. So the premise for it is essentially it's like BioShock meets Dead Space. And so you play as Morgan Yu, you get to pick female or male. And so essentially what they've done is it's like based in the year 2035, so the not too distant future. And you basically are on a ship, but you think you're on Earth, but you're on a ship trapped inside a simulation. So what they're doing is they've discovered an alien race back in like 72, I think it was, where the Russians came across it first, called the Typhon. And what they've discovered from them, capturing them and using them and discovering technology, is they found that there's a new technology they've invented, neuromods. And what they basically do is they take a scan of a brain of like an athlete, a famous musician, great thinker, etc., scan their brain and put it on a chip, and then you can insert that chip into your head through your eyeball, and you get their abilities essentially, which is it's insane. So like you want to be like a great musician like fucking Mozart, boom, you got Mozart's brain. It's incredible. But the problem they found with it is if you have to like remove the chip for any reason, your memory resets back to the day before or the time just before you got the chip.
Okay.
So, and that's why they've trapped you inside a simulation, because they've been using these alien organisms to test superhuman powers on you. So you've been getting things like you've been able to telekinesis, shoot fire, transform into coffee cups, because why not? And it's an amazing game. Like I've been really entrapped in the story, and it's hot. Oh man, it's fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough to anyone who wants to play a really in-depth story. You're finding things like transmissions from people during, before, and post attack. So excuse me, and like all that other stuff. So it's fantastic. It's like I highly recommend it. It's an amazing game.
Because Matt and I are still here, and I feel like we should maybe talk a bit. AFL Evolution. Still haven't bought it.
Well, going back to it might be game of the year. There's actually been no really good games this year, I think.
Yeah.
Well, so far there's been some amazing games announced, but nothing that's actually come out.
E3's this weekend, so I'm anticipating some really good games coming out. But like last year, I think Overwatch had already come out, which was probably
it was around this time last year.
So it's been a pretty slow year, and Red Dead Redemption just got pushed back, so that's not coming out this year. But that's
next year's game of the year.
I
can see
that
potentially.
Oh,
because we could be getting Halo 6 next year as well.
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3 will be coming out.
Like even now though, it's still not a bad time to be a gamer. There's some really great games coming out. Like
Minecraft
Friday
2.
the 13th has come out. Fuck off. But like fucking Friday the 13th has come out in the last couple of weeks, which I've been devoting a lot of time to that. That's fantastic.
Actually.
Well, so the initial thing was like I bought it, I pre-ordered it, and when it came out, I played it for like 5 or 6 hours, and then I went to bed. When I woke up the next day, the issue was I couldn't log on to the game servers for 2 days. And so for those 2 days, I could not play at all in any sense of the way, in any sense of it. And it was really frustrating, which is where a lot of the what?
Is it just like Dead by Daylight, where it's just an online game?
No. So Dead by Daylight, it's like it drops you into a random place. There's no backstory. There's no nothing. It's just kind of like, oh, here's a killer, escape. Whereas this one, it was worked on with the people who wrote the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh, that's
so
pretty cool,
So it's got like characters who are ripped straight from the movies. It's got maps ripped straight from the movies. It's got Jason skins ripped straight from the movies. Each character has their own statistics. So like their composure, how well they deal with seeing a dead body, how well they deal with seeing Jason himself. Then there's all these different things like their stamina, how long they can run before they get tired, repair skills. So when they're putting stuff into a car, how many like little mini games you got to play to properly repair it. And the mini games are literally just clicking left click and right click, but the less you have of those, the better off you are because you've got less of a chance to fuck it up. So I've been playing the shit out of that game. It's so much fun, and it's very nostalgic for a guy like me who's like a huge old school horror movie fan, like, you know, the Screams, the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, It, etc., etc. It's a really, really good nostalgic game for me, and it really fits into my kind of play style of just, you know, you can jump into character as Jason. Like I was chasing people around today yelling like Scorpion, you know, like get over here. And, you know, it was really, really fun. So it's a really great game. Just like the way that it all works. So you've got like as you play more games, you get higher levels and unlock more like customization for your characters, and then you also earn something called CP. And what you do with those is you can buy like kills with Jason, like different ways to kill people. You can buy perks for your characters. So you roll a random perk, and it's all based on like rareness. So you got like uncommon, common, uncommon, like rare and epic, and each one is like, so you can get the same of like 2 perks. Like you can get 2 of the same perk, but it could be different rarity, so it gives you different stats. So it's actually really, really fun. Like I've had a blast with it. I've been playing it a lot. Right now I think I'm like level 20. And so I've just been like I've put a lot of hours into it already. It's a really, really fun game.
I feel like Friday the 13th for me, it came out of nowhere. Like I heard about it.
I barely heard about it before its release. I
saw a video about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks fun. And then it just came out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should think about getting it. But like, it wasn't a big game that got
a big build up. No,
build up to it, not like.
Well, you see, the problem with that is like it's from a very, very indie developer. It wasn't kind of like released, like it was released through Steam, but it was by an indie developer. Kind of like there was no real big names that were put into it, minus people who worked on the movie. So what they did, their only advertising realistically was through Facebook and their startup, their Kickstarter. And then the people who put money towards the Kickstarter got when the game came out a Jason skin. It's like Jason from Hell, so he's all on fire and shit, which is really, really cool. You got like awesome. An original movie cast skin as well for one of the characters, which is really good as well. And yeah, it's just like I said, it's an amazingly fun game. It's really good to play with friends on a closed lobby. It's good to play online because all the servers and shit have all been fixed. Everything's been fixed. So like as an Aussie, I play with Americans, and more often than not, I actually get connected to an Oceanic server than an American server. So I'm only playing with like 35 to 40 ping at best, and that's while my housemate's watching Netflix or something. So it's and that's also while using Skype to play with my friends who are in game. So it's a lot of fun. It really is. Oh. But we have an order of business to get to. Who's not wearing tan pants?
I'm not. I'm in trackies.
Oh, shot for you, big boy.
You have Brad, no proof of what I'm wearing.
Brad, you don't have video, but I expect you to be honest with me.
Dude, no pants count as tan pants?
No, you shot. I'll prove my tan pants right now. Matt, you can see.
Yeah, he's wearing tan pants. I will.
Alright.
But I have rum with me, so.
I'm going to my alcohol. Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab my alcohol.
Go for it. But yeah, so like yeah, it's one of those games to me that's just really like a lot of fun. It's way more fun to play with friends, but there's also like it's one of those games where it's also based a lot on communication. So like you can't talk to anyone unless they're close to you. But you also run the risk of Jason, like the person playing Jason, hearing you. So if you have a walkie-talkie, you can talk to anyone on the map.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of communicate.
How I discover a lot of games is when like Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter play it. So I've been watching Achievement Hunter play, and it's like Jason looks so overpowered in it, but then it makes sense because it is Jason, and he was overpowered in the movie.
I'm back.
Nice. Well, you're 100% right. So a lot of people complain that Jason's overpowered, but he's not, because it's actually super easy to escape. If you get lucky, like I was playing with 2 friends, one I met in game and one of my IRL friends. We were playing and we all found all the parts to fix the car within the first 3 minutes of the game. So we fixed the car and we were gone like within about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So each round lasts about 20 minutes, depending on how you go. So if you survive the full 20 minutes, it turns to day essentially, and I say that in vertices, and the game's over and you win. If you survive 20 minutes, you win. But also, if you die, like I have this really bad problem where I'm like the black guy in every horror movie ever, where I fucking die in like the first 5 minutes. It is so annoying because I constantly get caught out. Like I'll just be traveling between buildings or like I will spawn right next to Jason's spawn, or I will spawn in one of the main places that the Jason character always picks first.
Yeah.
So because the way it works is Jason spawns in his house, and he has 4 abilities. His very first ability is like a teleport where he teleports anywhere on the map. So it doesn't matter where you are, he can teleport to you, and that resets. His second one is sense, where he can see where you are almost no matter where you are on the map. So if you run, it gives him a ping on his actual game screen.
Yeah.
So the quieter you move or the more stealth you move, he doesn't get a ping.
Yep.
Or if you have perks that like have a chance to get missed by his sense. And then when he actually uses sense, if you're outside of a building or you're in a building, it actually highlights you or the building red. And then his third one is I think I can't remember what it's called, but what it does, it basically like gives you a fast like real-time teleportation where you get to move super quick and you can basically disappear and reappear next to someone and just grab them.
Yep.
And then his fourth one is stalk, where it basically removes all the horror music because it does have the classic 80s or 70s or whatever the age was. Well, essentially, it eliminates that horror music, so you don't know he's near you. So it's like, yeah, it's over. It seems that Jason's overpowered because then you've got all the customizable kills like spine snapping, ripping their jaws off, removing both their arms, and cutting their head, removing their dick or pussy. You know, it's just. It really, really is a fantastic game. But as a survivor, like I said, they've each got their own skills and their own perks and stuff like that. But you can escape. There's always 4 different ways or 3 different ways to escape, plus a way to come back from the dead. So if you die, like first up, once 2 people die, if Tommy Jarvis has been called, and I believe he appeared in the 3rd movie where he actually killed Jason, you can come back as Jason, as Tommy. Sorry. So you spawn with a shotgun, a radio, and a map. So you can basically look whoever's in trouble and go help him. And he's actually key to actually killing Jason.
Yeah.
Because as I believe you've both probably seen Matt Bragg's Achievement Hunter video where, so he goes through it. So for our viewers who don't know, basically if you as a female character can get to Jason's house, he does get a ping that someone's there, but you can get to it, get his mum's sweater. You come back as Tommy, you need to shoot Jason in the face from a certain distance to blow his mask off. Then someone pretends, has the jumper and stuns him, and then you as Tommy, who needs a machete, run up and chop him in the face, and he's dead, and you all win. Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of components to it, and it may sound difficult as a survivor. Like you can escape via the police, where you need to find a fuse box, put the fuse in, or find the fuse, then find the fuse box, then put the fuse in. Jason can destroy the fuse box, but he can't destroy the fuse, so you just have to go back out and re-repair it. Then you can call the police, and then you got to wait 5 minutes. Or depending on if you got a perk that shortens that time to escape to the police. You can use a car. So more often than not, it'll be either 2 cars or 1 car. 1 car's a 4-seater, 1's a 2-person. You need keys, fuel, and a battery. And then after that, you also have the final one is the boat, where you can basically just propeller, fuel, gone, and obviously surviving the 20 minutes. And that's it. So it's not as bad as it sounds, considering you've got 7 people working together.
Yeah.
I reckon, though, one thing we should do with, like, this is actually a decent suggestion. We should all have, like, $5 spare. We should definitely get golf with your friends, right?
Oh, God.
I already have it.
That's cheating.
Well, not really. I play it a lot, actually. It's a really fun game.
All right. Well, the thing is, like, I don't have any other friends, so I can't play it with anyone else.
Well, see, my issue is I've been working incredibly a lot lately. I worked Monday to Monday last week, and then I had Monday off, and then a little bit of Tuesday, and then I had to go into work. Then I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and this is my first long weekend in like 2 weeks. So I've been barely able to do any gaming plus any podcast and stuff. So, dude, if we do actually have any fans out there, or when our eventual fan base comes and they start to watch these videos, like a lot of the things are few and far between, especially with all 3 of us now individual gaming as well. We do have our personal lives, and this is more of a hobby. So you'll probably just find that a lot of the stuff on the channel will be podcasts first before we actually get set up and do our gaming and stuff. Like right now, for me personally,
we can do individual gameplay, but
well, 100%, because like I like myself personally, I live in Sydney, but I'm looking at moving to Melbourne and then from Melbourne to Brisbane within the year. So once I get to Brisbane and I get settled in,
That's where I am.
Yeah, maybe. Like we'll be able to do some stuff and we can, fly Matt up every now and then to do some like a whole weekend gaming and videos and shit. So we'll get there. It's just a lot of working around things at the moment.
But just quickly before we get on, because I don't have the video, I'm just gonna put my mouth right up against the microphone just to prove to you guys I'm taking my shot.
Oh, here we go.
For it, not doing it yet. Ready?
Oh,
all right.
Oh.
You hear it?
It was like someone in a porno had just put the microphone on the female's throat as she took a load. That was fucked up.
I didn't realize we were making an ASMR podcast.
Oh,
Didn't you? Well,
swallow it all, you bitch.
and that's how you take a shot.
Oh, damn, dude.
Something you'll be excited
So-
about, Brad. Buddy, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon got announced.
Yeah,
but not for Pokemon. Oh, not for the Switch.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be for the Switch.
that was
It's
too
for the-
obvious. That was too obvious for them.
It's for the free.
Well, see-
You know what Pokemon are like. I don't care about
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah, well,
They're
because
like,
they
oh,
announced.
you want it? Yeah. Pokemon are like, hey, yeah. Fuck. You go first, Nick.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, they accidentally announced it for Switch. It was like a clerical error within Nintendo headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but sorry to interrupt on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah,
you're
that's
not Matt, Brad.
Fuck. No. Yeah, with the way Nintendo do things, they're like, oh, you wanted this? No, this is what you're getting. And you will enjoy it.
I still want a remake of the Sinnoh fucking region.
Well,
Do you
that's what is that? Is that Ruby? No,
that's Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, they were good. Like I loved the whole idea of the 3 legendary dogs always floating around.
Yeah.
But then, like, that was one of those games I think where it started to
That's
really
Gold and
break
Silver.
Pokemon.
That's Gold and Silver with the legendary beast roaming around.
Ah, wait. So what? Wait, Diamond and Pearl.
They had the weather trio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like
Okay.
my issue with like
That's Gen
Gold and
5, Black
Silver.
and White, yeah.
Well, Gold and Silver for me was when they broke Pokemon, where you had. So you think about it, right? You had your 3 legendary dogs,
Yeah, beasts.
plus you had your main legendary birds.
Mhm.
Then you had, I believe, the Reggies were in that as well.
No,
that was Gen 3.
Yeah, they were a whole in I think.
The Reggie trio was Gen 3, but Regigigas was Gen 4.
Legendary. You almost said the legendary.
That's what you know for them. Jesus.
Oh, the legendary Pokemon. Oh my god, we're gonna get flagged so bad for that.
Oh yeah, shit, Nintendo, shit.
The Titanic, I don't know, what else can we name them?
Pokemon with an E.
Pocket.
Yeah. Pokemon genderless. Pokegenderless.
Yeah, but
Alright, we don't want to offend people.
That's-
Yeah.
How dare you?
it was just one of those like. Well, it was always just one of those things, even with the original Pokemon games, where it was kind of overpopulated with legendaries. Like you had the 3 legendary birds plus Mew and Mewtwo.
You and Mewtwo. Yeah. That's
So
5.
it's
That's
like-
not bad.
Yeah, but then you like that's 5, and then you had like then it got into the point where you had like Celebi, and then you had like 3 others running around, and you had like it got to the point, and I think that's one thing that really Pokemon needs to kind of stray away from is making too many legendaries. And for the love of fuck, could they stop showing the legendaries on the fucking cases? Just show me the starters.
Yeah. It's like
Squirtle.
like Pokemon's always been one of my favorite games, but like it's just got way too many Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Like
Well, to me, it's not that it has too many. It just has too many impracticalities about it. Like, why do we need these Ultra Beasts? What are Ultra Beasts even for?
oh, Sun and Moon
Why do we-
are bust, I reckon. Like they might not say
I
it,
d-
but
I didn't mind, actually. Like, I didn't mind the whole no gym thing. What I would like to see in Ultra Sun and Moon, though, obviously it's going to start in the Lola and it'll be the exact same story.
yeah.
I saw that, Nick. Is then after that you go back to another region where there are gyms, whether it be
Yeah.
Kalos or whether it be
Well-
Kanto.
Well,
That's
see,
what,
now you're getting into the premise of I think it was actually Gold and Silver where you finished a Johto and went back to Kanto.
Went back to
right?
Kanto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and that was huge. Could you remember when that happened? That was massive. Like you'd played it all the way through Johto, and you're like, oh my god, I finally beat the Elite Four. And they're like, hey, by the way, there's a boat heading back to Kanto. Do you want to go back and catch a Pikachu? And you're like, motherfucker,
Yeah.
You know, and you got to so that was where they introduced, and I liked that idea, and I agree with you in.
Yeah. I think in
Go
the
on, Matt. Go on.
future, I think in the future they will make one massive Pokemon game where you can go to every region. Like that's something that
eventually.
everybody wants.
Yeah.
But then you got the whole problem of the level. Because
Yeah.
you can only go to 100, and then what? You got about 6 Elite Fours. So like, what? The first Elite Four like level 20 or something. That's the only problem
Well,
they have with going.
in that sense, then they need to scale everything ridiculously hard, or just make the fucking thing open world. But the problem again they face with open world is just there's a fucking Minecraft mod for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we should do that. No.
Well, I was actually gonna say, like, I agree with you, Matt. Sorry, Brad, in the sense of that. I keep getting you confused because Matt has a camera and you don't. But like I agree with you in the sense that I actually enjoyed Sun and Moon. I liked the idea of no gyms. I agree with you there. I also liked the traveling between islands and there's different things. But it's almost
think it was missing something. Yeah.
Well, I 100% agree. There's, like, it feels like they're oversaturating it though with like certain things are going to be caught in the day, certain things are going to be caught in the night. You can catch a different version of this thing at night. It's like, well, why would I catch a different version when I've already got the same thing? It's not, unless it's a completely different Pokemon. I don't want it. And then again, like myself personally, I'm not a completionist. Like Brad, I know you are. You're a massive completionist for Pokemon games.
With you, Nick, especially in
I have.
I don't.
In Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon, I have. Even though there's no national decks, I have about 700 of the 802 available.
Yeah, exactly. See, there you go.
Yeah.
See,
I'm working like the national decks.
I'm a strategist, so like I catch Pokemon that I know. Like once I read their stats and shit, I'm like, cool. He will be with me up until maybe this point, and then from there I'll go catch something else.
Yeah.
Like I will always only like I think I finished the majority of Pokemon games with less than 50 Pokemon caught because I just pick my 6, train the fuck out of them, and then off we go. Like most of the time, I catch my entire team within like route like 1 to 7, and then I'm done.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah.
I generally catch most of them. I might have 1 or 2 that I add in late, but I never use legendaries because I think they're OP and cheating. Well, not cheating, but they're like it's no challenge.
I feel you on that. Like I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Legendaries are actually crap because you can't breed them.
Yeah.
Well, not only that as well, they're also set. Like the amount of times you have to save and reset to get them with like the proper like behavior. Yeah. Like, and even that shits me about Pokemon now too. It's like, just give me a fucking type. I hate dual types. I hate that more than anything else in the world. Because I remember like when they first, I remember when they first introduced it, and you had like a water electric, and it's like a fish, and that fucking shit me because I'd be like, oh, it's a fish. I'll just use a grass type on it. It's like, oh, it's not very effective because electric doesn't get affected by grass heaps. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And it's like, oh, we use dragon. I'm like, well, fucking, I'm level 10. I don't have dragon. Like, fuck off.
That's the best part about, like, you saying, like, it's an electric fish. Like, there's so many types of Pokemon.
Chinchou, yeah.
It looks like a different type, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing as well. They also changed the color scheme because the color scheme was like blue is water, green is this, blah 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 blah, and then they introduced like a fish that's like water. It's like water ground fish, and you're like, well, grass is absolutely gonna fuck it up. But you think, oh well, I've got a Pikachu, I'll just Thunderbolt it. And it's like, it doesn't affect it at all.
I have
like,
a couple good
why?
examples
It's a
of that.
fish.
Yeah. No, I've got a couple good examples. Like, do you know Snubbull and Gramble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what type they
They're
are?
normal steel, right?
Fairy.
Well, they used to be
fairy.
steel. Or no, I'm pretty sure they used to be. It was when they first introduced it, it was a normal ground.
Yeah, but then it's the same with like I think Marill got changed as well. I think now
Marill's part fairy.
Part fairy because they just need a Pokemon to be more fairy.
Yeah, and I don't understand fairy. Like, what's good against fairy? Like, I think fairy's what dragon,
right?
And that's it.
Dragon shithouse against fairy.
Oh yeah,
fairy destroys dragon. That was the whole reason of fairy.
Yeah, to be because dragon's only good against dragon.
Yeah.
Really.
Fairy's weak to ice, I believe. No, poison and steel.
Yeah, but no one has a poison type.
And like unless you're gonna like, well, I know you do, but like, there's no cool.
120 Pokemon. Fuck off.
There's like no cool Pokemon that are poison though. It's like, oh look, I'm gonna get you with a Golbat. Oh, it's like fuck off.
Guys. Dragalge.
I use Poison Sting. No one uses Poison Sting. Fuck off. There is no good, like, Poison Fang is probably one of the best.
Actually, no. I know. I say, okay, there is. I just thought of one decent poison type, Nidoking.
Nidoqueen.
My boy. Like, come on.
Nidoqueen better than Nidoking.
you need to jump off a cliff and kill yourself right now because Nidoking is the shit.
I'm not getting
I will battle you with my Nidoqueen.
I'm not getting
You probably can, but then I also don't like have any real up-to-date Pokemon. You'll probably destroy me, so
I'm not getting
I'm going to politely decline.
I also, being a completionist, not really. I accomplished one of my goals from Pokemon Sun and Moon the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Try not
I
to
now have
destroy.
I have a shiny. No, I have a shiny Mimikyu.
Oh, nice.
Is that the Pikachu lookalike thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted that
Oh.
since like day one.
So yeah, keep up to date with the Pokemons.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, I've been kind of like keeping up to date with it just because I'm a massive Pokemon nerd. But yeah, like with the whole-
Nerd.
But no, like the whole like Ultra Sun and Moon and all that shit. Like I don't see the point of it. Like why not when are they going to start releasing something that's more how it used to be? Like you had. So let's think about it. So you had like red,
Hey,
yellow,
here's a crazy
blue.
idea. Here's a crazy idea. Let's give
Pokemon
Sun
Midday?
and Moon. But no, let's give Pokemon Sun and Moon a national dex.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You'll probably get it in Ultra.
Yeah.
That's pretty much good. Let's pay $60 to get a national dex will be the main difference.
Oh, I'm not.
Because it's essentially going to be the same game. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
But no, I don't think any of you can sit there in your fucking sitting chairs and tell me that you're not going to be
My
at the
8K
launch of the
racing
next
chair.
Pokemon game. You fuck off. But you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there for the next midnight Pokemon launch.
No. It's,
No.
I'll get it. I will always get the new Pokemon game, but like until
yeah.
they release one where it's just like the old ones, I'm not really interested anymore.
And see, and I think
Gold
that's the
and Silver
problem
are
with
coming
us getting
to
older
DS.
for that sort of stuff.
We just want the nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Like they're re-releasing Gold and Silver for the DS.
I'll get that.
Yeah.
And but that's the thing is they're making the game simpler as well as us getting older.
Yeah, it's because they're making it for kids.
Yeah.
It is a kids game.
And that's the
when you
problem.
look at
Like
it.
we're getting older, and the games aren't like. It's very rare that a series like that will progress with its fan base because they've always had the same target fan base. Except now they're hitting the anxiety ridden,
Yeah.
depressed.
I'm not blaming
middle.
Pokemon. I'm blaming me growing
No.
up.
Yeah. But like things like in this one, when you were about to use a move, it said underneath if it was super effective, not effective, things like that. Like that makes
Fucking hate
That triggered me hard,
Yeah.
man. It took a
Like
lot of
it-
learning out of it.
look up the chart.
Yeah.
No, you just do what I do. You just use a move, and if it's not very effective, well, you don't use that move next time. Fucking
Yeah.
learn.
I wonder what type of move Dragon Dance is.
Well, the thing is as well is like a lot of it was now like especially when they introduced like candies and stuff to increase certain things and blah blah blah,
Actually,
and then you had.
Do you know what triggers me? It's been around since Gen 2. Evolve by leveling up while very happy. I fucking hate that.
Oh man, it's like
Yeah,
you
they
can't
do.
you can't evolve a Pokemon unless it's got a good mood. It's like I will cut you. Like you're making my game unnecessarily in depth now. It's like I don't care if my Pokemon's pissed at me because all I've done is fight it and heal it and fight it and heal it. That's the fucking age of the aim of the damn game. Like fuck off. Like
I've
just
been carrying-
evolve, you piece of shit. Get useful to me, or else are you going and sitting in a computer to rot?
Yeah.
Like I said, like if they re-release like Gen 1, I reckon it would be one of the most highest selling games because people like.
Well, they
us,
did.
Like,
They did.
Fire
Yeah,
Red and Leaf.
then
They
it
did.
Was, yeah, but like if they re-release it again for 3DS, that's why. I
They
don't think
did.
Did
Yeah.
They did last year.
No,
Yeah.
I meant like. No, that's not That's just re-releasing. I mean remasters. What I meant. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
If they
Okay.
remaster it to make it 3D, to make it look as good as X and Sun and Moon, then they'll get a. Nintendo might actually not release a dud game because I think Sun and Moon was I don't know looking at the stats, but I reckon it was a bust because.
Oh, it sold. It definitely sold, and the review. It's like that. Like us, the reviews were mixed.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Some loved it, some hated it. That's pretty much how it was.
Well, I really want to see a new Pokemon Stadium for the Switch.
Yes.
But now
Pokemon
here's my question for you guys, and we'll get to Pokemon Coliseum in a second. Here's my question to you guys: would you prefer it to have all of them from Gen 1 to now, or from say from now to maybe back 2 gens?
I would watch
So you're
all the
saying
Pokemon.
I would all jump onto
You
now.
all? So
Yeah.
now, would you fear that you would pick a team to battle through the game more based on nostalgic, or would you be that whole like that super nerd Pokemon guy now where it's like, oh well, this one has a angry status and it's like level 25
I
strength
have-
and it has fighting steel moves.
Mine?
Oh, you go, Brad.
Matt, you can Matt, you can go first.
Well, I'm one of those trainers like I'm a real trainer. That I don't pick Pokemon because they're strong or thing. I pick Pokemon if I fucking like them or not.
Boom! Thank you. Okay.
The very first judgment I give a Pokemon is how well they thought up its name. Legitimately, no. How good? No,
That's fair.
how good of a pun?
You
is
come
their
across
name?
a Pokemon that's like a pile of garbage and its name is Your Life, and you're like, not bad, not bad.
Shit.
Garbodor.
Write it down.
Garbodor. It's exactly what we're talking about.
No,
but
like,
seriously, like,
what is it? The ice
one-
cream one? Is
one
it
of my
Vanillus
fav-
or something?
yeah. But no, like one that everyone hates. It's a sword. Its name is Honedge. Hone means sharp. Edge means edge. Sharp edge, like a sword. That is fucking awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Litwick. All right, it's a fucking candle. Lit, as in it's on fire. Wick, as in the little bit of the candle that stands up.
Leave
Hey,
them
be
alone.
careful. Don't oversimplify the term lit. Remember, that's something different nowadays.
Yeah, good.
Do you have
Our
any
way,
idea how
back in the
fucking
day.
long it took me to understand what that actually meant? I'm getting so old so fast.
What, lit?
Like, okay, so I got a lot of friends in real life who are SoundCloud rappers, because apparently that's a fucking meme now. But they're all SoundCloud rappers, and a lot of them are doing really well for themselves. Like their very first show here in Sydney sold out. I'm really proud of them. So I went over to have some bevs while they were recording this new song with some Americans or whatever, and the whole time they're like, "It's lit, it's litty, woohoo!" And I'm like, I don't understand. Teach me what the fuck this means. Like I'm getting to that point now where I'm like, you know, when you're in school and your parents are like, one day you're not going to be cool anymore. Like none of us were really ever cool, let's be honest. But holy
My mum never
fuck,
said that to me.
but I never understood.
I was never cool anyway.
Well, I'm worried that I'm going to get to that point in age where I don't understand memes anymore, and that's heartbreaking to me, really. Like, the new Ron and Becky just got released today, and I lost my shit laughing. It was the funniest fucking thing ever. And for those who don't know Ron and Becky, just go YouTube Ron and Becky. It's the two birds that are like, Becky, let me smash. So, it was
Sounds
just,
funny.
what?
I said, sounds funny.
Oh, you got to see it. It's really funny. But it's just like, it's getting to the point now, like, where people, like, there's term stuff coming up that I don't understand. And I'm like, oh, just fucking kids these days. And I said that out loud one day at work saying, oh, kids these days. And then I went, fuck, am I starting to get a bit old? And I'm like, I'm only 25, but a lot of people are starting to, like, a lot of my friends and stuff
You're
are starting
older
to
than us.
the same way. Well, yeah, I know I'm the oldest, but I look the youngest. So eat a dick to both of you.
It is true.
That is
Matt's-
very true, actually.
Matt's balding and Brad's
No.
balding.
Oh.
I'm sitting here with a full head of hair and just like,
I'm not balding. I just have a huge ass beard.
I'm balding.
no, you're balding. All right, you've got a forehead bigger than my future, Brad. Let's be real.
Yeah, but I don't need a forehead and it'll be bigger than your future. But yes, irrelevant.
Oh.
Oh, yes, okay. I have a big forehead. That does not mean I'm balding. I just have a huge forehead. All right, you gotta fit.
No.
I have to fit this brain in somewhere.
No, you
It needs
don't.
some space.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I'm like Neocortex here with a fucking huge head.
Wow,
Oh,
Chad's
God.
Crash Bandicoot reference.
If anything, you've got the body aesthetic of Ness from Super Smash Bros. And
Oh.
that's your highlight to open the episode.
All right, we can cut out the first half hour of this. There we go. That's the whole... I think someone's just jealous that I can wear a man bun.
No, because that was
I like
a
the dead silence.
that was a meme that failed miserably. Oh,
Are you talking
man.
about the man bun or my whole life?
The man
Why
bun?
not both?
That's copyrighted.
Oh shit, son! I didn't use any more than 10 seconds. It's okay. We're sweet.
Yeah, the taco girl's gonna get us.
I wonder what she looks like now.
Do you want to Google it?
I do actually. Hang on. Let me check this.
Taco chick. Do you reckon it'll know what
No,
I mean?
it's the Old El Paso girl.
Oh, wait.
Hang on. I'll look this up. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Alright, let's race. See who can find it first.
I gave up, so you guys win.
Oh, wait, no. Here we go. Oh, I can't spell.
All right, Google Images. Found it.
Got it.
Yeah, but Brad, it's no point. You can't show us.
Damn!
Is she hot?
Yes!
Fuck yeah. Plus she's
Oh my god!
Hey, guys, she's on Twitter.
Is she really? Can we tweet to her?
Her name's Mia. She told BuzzFeed News that the ad was filmed in 2000 Australia was filmed in 2007 in Australia when she was 6. I'm gonna Snapchat the both of you for this.
Yeah.
And
What's
then
her name?
her name's Mia. I don't have the full name, but
Damn,
here she is now.
I was gonna tweet her.
And someone Matt, you've got this. So superimpose her picture. Just Google Old El Paso girl now, and it'll come up. And just superimpose her picture while we're talking about
I
this.
typed in why not both girl.
Oh wow,
She's hot.
Yeah, I will actually agree. She is actually pretty fucking hot.
She is hot now.
So,
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, just look up on YouTube.
You are not a 20-year-old Australian, if you don't know what we're talking about.
Basically, it was an ad that it had that dude.
Here's a question.
oh,
That's not. Yeah, no.
That's not
You'll need to just superimpose it.
yeah.
But
yeah, that's
it
like
was
saying.
like an ad featuring was it Danny Trejo from Machete and all that. He's usually in it, and he's like, "Oh, we should have who wants their tacos?
Should we have hard soft tacos? We should have soft tacos. Which one do we have?
Get up das or whatever.
Bockway or las dos?
Now we're
Bockway.
borderline racist.
Nick, no, I'm actually saying
That's how
correctly.
it was.
It's Bockway or las dos.
Oh, there you go.
Why don't we have both?
Yeah, classic.
Oh, she's 14 years old and we're saying she's hot. All right, let's cut that.
Well, no, we'll say. Oh wait, 2007 when she was 6, and now she.
Cut it.
Well, okay,
She's-
like
she's
look, let's
16,
be fair. No,
16.
still keep it and superimpose the picture, but she's like,
Yeah.
she's pretty good looking for 14. She doesn't look 14. That looks like a young 20-year-old.
If she was 6 in 2007, it is 2017, so she would be 16 or 17.
There you go. Fuck off, Matt.
Is that still alright then? No, I don't think it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well,
we'll be fine.
well, 16 in Australia is legal for sex. Well, technically not. It's legal for anal, which is weird because you're illegal for anal before you're legal for sex. But it has to be with parents.
I didn't even know this. Go on.
No.
Finish what
Okay,
you're saying.
so the way I had it explained to me was in 16.
To you.
Don't worry about it. You were legal in 16.
It was my uncle. I haven't seen him since.
Sex with I think it's with parental not supervision. Parental like the okay from your parents.
Yeah.
And then at 18 you do whatever the fuck you want. But apparently from my understanding it was like you were legal to have sex under the roof
Can you
of a parent.
sign this consent form for me?
So but I can stick in my girlfriend your daughter's pooper like the fuck. Jesus Christ. How did we get here?
We were talking about Pokemon 5 minutes ago.
And now we're talking about poopers of 16-year-olds. Jesus Christ.
God, I hope this episode doesn't blow up.
Oh, that would be amazing.
This is the episode that makes us famous, guys.
Oh. Jesus. All right, I need another rum. Continue on.
Oh, I'll have another drink as well. Hang on.
Oh, I'm all alone.
Oh no, Matt, entertain.
Matt. I'm still here. See.
Oh, okay. How are you, Brad? Oh, you left me.
Did you get my swallowing?
Oh, I did. Yeah, it really did sound like a white girl.
I just looked.
party.
You just looked up at me and you're just like death staring me through the webcam. I was like, what the fuck?
I was
Oh, anyway, how's life? How's Adelaide?
Yeah. It's Adelaide, so.
That cool? Okay, the picture Nick just sent was different to the one I got. Hang on.
What happened?
Wait for Nick to come back on.
Yeah, Nick's back.
I am back. What happened?
The picture you sent was different to the person that I had
Oh.
for the one up both. Hang on. I'll show you who I got picked up.
All right.
This is a worry.
I'm gonna tell you the picture that I found would be the better words to say once the picture.
What did you Google?
The why not both girl today.
Why not both girls?
Yeah, see, I just searched Old El Paso because that's where she's from.
Yeah, she's not the why not both girl.
But that was her famous line. Why not both?
Yeah, I know, but she's from Old El Paso. You're not going to search why not both because you're probably going to come up with a chick who likes taking it in the ass and the pussy at the same time in most pornos.
Just Google
why not both?
Oh god.
I'm gonna do that now.
Jesus
bullshit.
Christ.
That is not her. That's bullshit.
What?
The picture.
Check Snapchat.
That is not.
Hang on. No, that's not her. That chick's white. This chick was Mexican.
She's tan.
Yeah, no, she's not.
She's got a tan shirt, and that shirt's the same color as her skin tone. She's not wearing
first
tan
of all, if that shirt is tan, then my skin is black.
Yeah.
All right, like Jesus Christ.
That is a tan shirt. Hang on. I'm gonna do this again.
I just went racist.
All right. I'm zooming right in.
Matt, you're gonna need to like superimpose all of these.
I will. Send me the photo later, and I'll fucking put it in.
Yeah. Yeah, like, for mine, it was easy. Just Old El Paso girl now.
Yeah, I got that one. I've saved that.
There you go. That is a tan shirt.
Oh, Christ's sake.
Oh, yeah,
I need you to accept the...
Of course you zoomed in on a tan shirt. Totally not her fucking...
That's not her.
Twin Peaks.
I know, but
chick's
we're not
like
even talking about this. I am showing you that shirt is tan.
That is not tan.
It's not a tan shirt.
That is a tan shirt.
Brad, you cannot be a co-founder of Team Tan Pants and not know what the fucking color tan looks like.
Why not?
I do. It is the picture I just sent you.
Why not?
Oh, I typed, by the way, slight change. I typed in that, and it just came up with, I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. It came up with that song.
Fuck off. Stop with that shit.
That's all it came up with. It was like that alien from the film clip.
Yeah.
Blue. Yeah, that one.
So, I think something we should address is who's going to get Call of Duty World War II?
Me, definitely.
I will 100% be getting that.
Maybe.
I'm getting in like 5 years as well.
Yeah, well, see, I bought Black Ops 3 because I was like, oh, I'll give COD a chance, and then I wanted to end my life. It wasn't overly bad. The story was great. I had a great time with the campaign, but fuck off with that. That game is just so much cancer. It's ridiculous.
It's true. Every COD game since like, I don't know, Modern Warfare 2, I think it's been fucking horrible.
What I hate about COD, it's the same thing everyone hates about COD, is the 12-year-olds online.
Yeah, but you get that with every game.
You do. You really do. It's very rare you'll find a game where there's a lot of like adults. Like maybe EVE Online would be the exception where it's very rare you hit 12-year-olds.
Like, you just get used to it. You just like throw them out.
Yeah. But like so I've been looking into it. Like it looks like a lot of fun. Like I'll be perfectly honest. It looks, because like my thing with the COD series was like I played the original. I played not Modern Warfare 2. I played COD 2 for me was the one that really got me into those style of games, because I remember going to my local LAN party at my hometown, and yeah, man, and we used to play like the games were always put up between Call of Duty 2 and Battlefield 2. Those were the games you played. Plus you had like Dota, like the original mod Dota in Warcraft 3. Yeah. And then I remember it was when I was still living at home, Left 4 Dead came out. And then that was the big one. Like that was huge. And like I said, like I'm a huge Left 4 Dead guy. Yeah, well, fucking man, I'm fuck Half-Life 3. I'm praying for Left 4 Dead 3. Like, oh my god, please. But yeah, like those were the games that really got me into it. And then like I didn't play Call of Duty 3. I played Call of Duty 4, which everyone says is the best. I disagree. I think Call of Duty 2 was the best. And then you had like Call of Duty 5, which was Call of Duty 3 remade. Then you had Call of Duty 6, which was Modern Warfare 2, so which was number 4 remade. And then after that, everything has just been the same shit. So
it's when they went futuristics when they lost me. Like,
and the problem is they were very smart with their marketing, where they remade Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and sold it as a bundle. With the latest game.
I will give it to the who does it now? Is it Affinity?
Well, it was Activision at the time.
Yeah, but now it's...
And they got the most dislikes of any YouTube video in the history of ever. And then that's when they went, we need to do something. Remaster number 4, sell it. And they still made money. So I'll props to their marketing team for that. Like, well done, but fuck you. Like, just sell that individually. Jesus Christ. That's how you erase the memory of that happening. Bring it out at the same time.
I would have bought it if it was
a decent game. No.
Just on the podcast, how many views we have? We have 5 views.
Of the original?
Yeah. No,
Nice.
Of the first episode. So if we get more than 5, we'll make an episode 3.
Dude, I'm gonna keep going with this anyway. Like, it doesn't matter if it takes a year for me to finally get sales to actually start making proper content, but I'm happy to do a podcast as often as we can.
Yeah, it's one of those where like I listen to a lot of like YouTubers say how they got the big start, and it's just that one video that could get them the.
That's all it ever really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the El Paso girl.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's the name of this
Jesus
episode.
Christ. What are we naming this episode? Oh God.
The El Paso girl.
Oh God.
Would you catch her all?
Oh God.
Why not both?
Oh God. Yeah. Why not both? Oh Jesus.
Matt, Nick, and Brad.
Jesus.
Fuck a 16-year-old.
Oh, I did not say that. I just said she was hot. All right. That's
No. Yeah, none of us said that. We just said it was legal.
Say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, sorry. For legal.
Yeah, all Nick said it's legal to put it in her pooper, I believe was his exact words.
No, we were just talking about if anal was legal or something.
I believe it. Well, I believe it is.
Yeah, is anal legal? That is the question.
Then again, like you gotta remember as well,
podcast.
I grew up in a town of like 800, so we say some weird shit.
Yeah. And you're probably all related.
Oh no, it wasn't like that. Like it was literally like 3 clicks. It's like 3 clicks from one side of the town to the other where I grew up. So I used to like ride my bike everywhere, and like I did like street BMX, like the semi-pro BMX, if you can call it semi-pro in the country. And we had like traditional, not like hoedowns, but like the similar thing where the whole town would show up to like the bull riding and all that shit. And I remember there's one specific memory I have where I was like 9 or 10, and our teachers, like all the drinking area was segregated. So if you went in there as a child, like obviously you wouldn't get served alcohol or anything because you're a child, but it was all like roped off. So we used to sneak in there, and most of our teachers would be there and parents and that, and they'd be fucking shit faced. So you used to go up there with your friends and go, "Oh, give us some money and we'll go get you another drink." They're like, "You can't get that." And they're like, no, because they know it's not for us because we're children. They're like, "Yeah, sweet." So they'd give us money and we'd fuck off. You'd make like $300 in a night. And like back then, this was like early 2000s, like $50 at 9 years old was pretty good. It was really fun. And like, you'd have all the pro bull riders and like the guys.
$50 at 20 years old is still pretty good.
But like you'd have the guys who ride on the horses and jump off and like hog tie the cows and shit, like the calves and shit. And it was really like, it's always a good day out. So, that's where I grew up. It was fucking retarded.
Childhood.
What?
I said that was Nick's childhood.
Yeah, well, like, riding motorbikes and all that sort of stuff. And now I sit at home and play video games.
Loser.
The very first console I ever got was Nintendo 64, obviously.
Yeah, right.
And I played Donkey Kong 64.
Yep.
I never finished it. I got to the point where all I needed. All I needed was one blueprint from the map where you control whether it goes day or night, and I needed Donkey Kong's blueprint, and my game was glitched and it never showed up, so I never was able to finish the game.
I finished the game except for when you had to play the arcade game in Cranky's lab.
That took me so long to beat, but I finally beat it.
I've never beaten it. I need to go back and do it.
Yeah, and then I played GoldenEye to its completion, obviously. Then you unlock all and you remember you used to get the little magazines that you had to subscribe to get all the cheats, so like big head mode, dual rockets, God mode, etc., etc. Then you had and then I also played obviously Ocarina of Time, which got me. That was the game that twisted me into Zelda. Like I love Legend of Zelda so fucking much.
Like
cool.
About them old school games, it's like I feel sorry for the children of these days because they never get.
Who remembers DLCs?
Yeah, we'll never
free
get
DLC.
They'll never get the nostalgia. I think it's like people being brought in with Xbox Ones and PS4s, and that's like the pinnacle of gaming, where we had when back in our day it was the pinnacle of gaming, but like you're looking back at it now, you're like the Nintendo 64 was a shit console. Like you needed to blow in the cartridge every fucking 2 seconds. Fucking
if you rented it from a store, the saves would be filled up, so to delete someone's save to play it for 3 days.
Yeah, and it's like children will never get that feeling of
playing. Soon they won't even have the feeling of like going into a game shop to buy a video game with a disc and putting it in the
console. And I'm starting to get that now as well, where I'm actually just getting shit online. Like it's really.
I've got 2 games on disc for Xbox, and that's it.
I've got 0 at the moment because I traded all of mine in for my Switch. But I 100% agree. It's one of those things where like your discs and stuff like that are all just. And there is some games though that I will I do think that kids like these days will have a certain nostalgic about it, like things like God, what was it? There's like some friggin' time jumper game or something you played with like a weird raccoon or something like that. It wasn't Sly, but it was something similar to
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
No.
I know. I'm joking.
It was like it wasn't Sly Cooper. It was something different where you played like a weird. It was almost like a rip from Ratchet and Clank. And you're him, but you play as like a time controlling little.
Ratchet was not a raccoon; he was a Lombax.
I know, but it was a similar character model, like a humanoid.
Get your
animal.
facts
right. A humanoid animal kind of thing where you had like a time thing. It was like it's on the 360, but it was similar. Like there are those games that kids can't play. No, not Conker. No, not Conker. I would not let my children play Conker.
I was about to say that. It's like you sound like you're describing Conker, but that's not a child's game.
No.
Who remembers fighting the Great Mighty Pooh?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing I loved about Conker's Bad Fur Day was it was very much Forrest Gump the game, where it followed a character through multiple stories.
Yeah.
So, and it was great. Like the very first thing you encounter is a sunflower with huge tits and a bee that wants to see them.
Well, I think the best thing about Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I think it's why it will always be one of the best games, was like there was no other game like it. That. And you look at today, there is some games that try to replicate it, but there's not. And I'm surprised they've never even made a remaster.
They did.
Yeah, it wasn't in.
They made the remaster on the Xbox 360, but the problem was they fucked the multiplayer.
Okay.
So the multiplayer for me on Nintendo 64 was you had 2 teams. You had squirrels versus teddies. You had to capture the flag, and that was it. And you like my favorite character was the teddy with the samurai.
Yeah,
it was incredible.
One other thing.
Then they changed it to.
You go first, Nick. Finish.
Go on. Oh, I was gonna say, I was just finishing saying like they made Conker's Bad Fur Day 2, which was basically a remastered version on the Xbox 360, or was it original Xbox? I think it might have been it was 360, and it was called Locked and Live and Reloaded.
Locked and Reload. That was original Xbox, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. And then the multiplayer for that was like tanks and military style, and it just didn't feel what it wanted. And then they obviously brought out for the Xbox One the rare replay, but then it wasn't 100% remastered.
Yeah.
So I understand them keeping up with the nostalgia. Like for me, I think when I have kids and once the the Xbox Scorpio comes out, which we will get onto soon, that I really hope they do a proper rare replay, but like a remaster, where they remaster like Banjo-Kazooie and all that, because I'd love for my kids to play those games.
Oh, yeah,
that's the games they're getting first.
So they have that nostalgia. But that's if my kids have taken interest in games as well. I'm not going to raise them to be nerds.
Oh, yes, they will.
Not going to force it on them.
They're going to be nerds like me.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, was it last year? Sorry, Brad, I'll just say my bad.
Fuck you, Matt.
Was it last year they re-released the Super Nintendo? Or was it something else?
Yeah, the mini.
Yeah, no, last year.
Yeah, and then it didn't really hit off as many people would think. But if they're I reckon that they should just re-release the Nintendo 64. Just for shits and giggles.
That's the greatest thing about living with the people I do. Like my housemate has literally every console ever made. Like right now, sitting out there, we have I think it's an Atari out there, and he was playing golf on it, which is like voted the second greatest golf game of all time. And I came home one day from work, and he was sitting there drunk off his ass with one of his mates playing golf on an Atari. No, sorry, it was the Mega Drive, Sega Mega Drive.
Mega Drive, yeah. And It's like,
And he was playing golf on it, and he was just loving it. And I just, like, I was knackered, so I come home and went to bed, but I could hear the laughter and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker is 25 years old,
Yeah, he's playing
drunk
golf
off his
on
ass
it.
with his other 25-year-old mate, playing a Sega Mega Drive, playing golf.
That's it.
brilliant.
Like,
The
how
only
good's that
difference-
for a Wednesday?
The only difference between like us, if we're playing like the old school games, is we're gotten bigger and we're drinking alcohol as we play.
Yeah,
That's
think
the
about
main
it.
difference between when we play
Well,
classic games. Yeah.
The biggest comparison, I think, and the biggest difference between gamers now as opposed to people who've grown up gaming,
Mm.
and I mean that in a sense of people who grew up with shit graphics
Yeah.
as opposed to now.
And we're not talking Minecraft.
So
Where I'm talking like you grew up playing like pixelated pieces
Yeah.
of shit, but the gameplay was incredible that you didn't give a fuck, and that's one of the
Zelda.
biggest things to me. Yeah, 100%.
Early
Like
Mario.
that is one of the biggest things to me as a gamer nowadays, where you have a game that looks amazing, but it plays like shit, but it still get good reviews because they're like, oh, the artwork is just so beautiful. Whereas like, so it's almost to the
The
point
Last
now
Guardian.
where graphics designers have gotten
No Man's Sky.
so good. Well, 100% No Man's Sky, but like they've gotten so good with graphic design that a lot of people think that their games can rely. Well, a lot of companies think that their games can rely on the game looking good, not playing good.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of it falls over, I think. And I fucking hate that, man. Like
Stop.
games these days can get away with being a bad game just because they look good.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
why I'm like, because I'm a massive Kingdom Hearts fan, and Kingdom Hearts 3's been in the works for about 10
Like
years.
5,
And
10
and,
years,
like,
sorry.
Everyone's like, I can't wait for the graphics to be amazing, though. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about the graphics. I'm just
A good
want
storyline,
more about-
good
yeah,
gameplay.
the storyline is one of the most important things to me in a game. If I'm
Yeah.
if I'm into the game, I don't give a shit if it's pixelated. I don't care if they're Lego. It's like story.
I love
is
Lego
all-
games.
Story is all that matters to me, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
As
there's
I
other
was
people
saying
who
that
like
before.
other
Yep.
stuff,
Just graphics, yeah. Before again with like difference between kids to like today's gaming and ours. Who remembers on a weekend or school holidays inviting some friend over and playing, let's just say Halo for example, or any other a racing game or anything, with your one TV set with a nice big split down the middle.
Yeah,
Boom.
Split screen.
Yes.
I think that's one of the biggest differences.
I
for a
still
lot
love
of-
split screen gaming. Like,
because a lot of games are getting rid of it, which sucks because like split screen gaming is great because like there's nothing like looking at your other mate's screen and being like, oh yeah, he's here.
that's where you're camping, haha.
It's like,
Or in every racing game, when you lose, oh, I was looking at your screen for half of that.
oh, that's just
Well,
Mario
see,
Kart.
I've always had one of those things, like especially with my childhood, is where like it took me a long time to get certain things. Like I had a Nintendo 64 all the way up until they released a GameCube. I had a GameCube before I had an Xbox, and so I'm at my birthday. I think I was maybe I was younger than I remember. I was younger than 15. I know that much because I moved towns when I was 15. So it was 15 in like under 15. And I remember I had all my friends come over, all my nerd friends from school, and we all day we played Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh,
Yeah, in let's say that the damn best Mario Kart ever. You had we were playing Super Smash Brothers Melee again, one of the best.
Yep.
We played a couple of rounds of Mario Party, but the Mario Party games on the GameCube weren't amazing. And then I think we did we did our best to speed run the first temple in Legend of Zelda and timed each and every person. So it was really fun. And then like we went out because it was in a small town we played I think we limited it to the estate that I lived in, and it was like 1 2 3 home in the estate, which was really good. So like 30 dudes running around like trying to tag each other, but that's a whole different thing. But
No homo.
kids don't experience that anymore, I don't
No.
think. Like you would be at school and like your friend who may have been a little bit better off than you or something would be like, hey man, I just picked up the new Halo. Do you want to come over and we'll play Halo? And you're like, oh man, hang on, let me go home first. I'll call my mum and then she can drop me around to your house. Give me your address. You know, because mobile phones weren't a thing back then.
Yeah.
So you would go home from school, or your mum would pick you up and be like, hey mum, can I go to my friend's house? This is his address. You know, and I'm going to play Halo. I really want to play Halo. And they're like, oh, will you be back by dinner? I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll call you on the landline and we'll, you know, you've got a corded phone. You're sitting in your mate's kitchen like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to get picked up. So you go wait downstairs outside. But, like, your kids don't have that these days because, like, mobile phones. And it's crazy to me. And it's really hard for me to think about something like that because, like,
I I want 12-year-olds to go live in 2005.
No, they'll die.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
Like, just leave it like that. Just let them try it.
I want kids to attempt to play RuneScape with their friends on dial-up.
Yeah.
Do you
I-
remember having
life.
dial-up and then your mum
Yep.
screaming at
Yep.
you while you're kind of like semi-sexting a girl on MSN and she screams at you from another house saying, "Get off the internet! I want to call grandma."
Yeah.
And you're trying to say like, "But mum, she's going to send me boobs." You know, you're like, "God damn, dude! Like, fuck."
No,
Or when your mum walks in, you're pressing enter space over and over to clear your conversation because you're talking about kissing her in the mouth. 13, you should know what that is. It's like, well, mum, I'm not talking about eating a pussy. I'm just want to kiss her on the mouth. Like, you remember that shit? Like,
yeah. And it's like,
my
it's what-
dude,
well,
that was fucking...
I honestly think the last game that I remember playing that even had a split screen option was Beach Buggy Racing.
Oh god. That's
Yeah.
Nah. Any of the Halo games still have split screen.
Yeah.
That came out. Halo 5 or most recent Halo was out before Beach Buggy Racing.
That's what I like
There you go.
about the Halo games, is that they still keep
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
they
split screen.
That split screen playability.
Like, yeah.
Even if it's not the most played bloody thing, I think every multiplayer game would need to have split screen, unless it's like
Exactly.
for some reasons you can't have it. But like, it's so important to keep some nostalgia into games.
But I think also there's a problem with that where we kind of sound a bit cunty now that we're talking about nostalgia, and that's what makes us buy video games.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
wouldn't
Like
say
there
I
is
buy
two
games,
sides
yeah.
to the argument.
Yeah. And everyone's gonna have a different opinion on why they buy games and what makes a game great. That
No, we are correct. This isn't an opinion. This is fact.
we are all
Yeah.
over that. We are
See now, that's where the cuntiness comes in.
Yeah. But no,
But,
we're
like-
stating our opinion. We're not saying, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm actually, though, I will be honest. I did actually find my first bit of footage on a prototype Xbox Scorpio today, seen it on Facebook,
Oh,
and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's,
I must say that thing looks good, and I think these are the ones they're a specialist one that I was looking at. They've got like a 1 tera solid state in them, which is fucking huge for a solid state. They've got like I think it's like a 10 gig data transfer. They've got like 4 buttons on the front so you can switch all your home screens and shit really quickly.
well, that's cool.
Like and it's a white console. I don't know how I feel about that because like white and black are both consoles that are really hard to keep clean, but it's also noticeable when it's dirty. So it's
Yep.
also a kind of a double-edged sword. But yeah, it looks really, really good. It looks really nice.
It's gonna be a sad day, especially with the Scorpio. And is it the PS4 Pro or is the PS5? Is it the PS5 coming out for the next big console?
I don't know. I'm not a big PS guy, so.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a sad day when they stop making Xbox 360 games and PS3 games. Like,
Well,
they
so
stop-
here's the thing. Like, I purchased a 360 on launch day. Day it came out, I was there.
Oh yeah, I think
You
I
poor
was.
thing.
That thing, and I shit you not, the very same console I had, lasted me all the way till Xbox One came out.
Yeah, I think-
Solid.
Whole way.
Yeah.
That thing, and like I know a lot of people and a lot of my friends like had problems with the Red Ring of Death, blah blah.
Oh, the Red
Never had an
Ring of
issue,
Death.
and I'm now exactly the same right now. Sitting right behind me, Xbox One console, launch day console. I picked it up the day it launched. Traded in my Xbox 360 plus like 80 games. I think I paid like $100 actually for my Xbox One console, and it's still going strong.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to trade it in for an Xbox Scorpio. I've been one of those lucky few who've never had a problem with the console.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
with,
probably the exact same.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was 360. I had nothing but problems with 360s. I believe I've had 3 consoles throughout its time, and they all just fucked up and just kept breaking. It never had the Red Ring of Death, surprisingly, but they just all just had malfunctions throughout them and just were not. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I really hope that they make the Xbox One controller compatible with the Xbox Scorpio because as you can see right here,
Yeah.
these are I have an
people,
Xbox
yeah.
Xbox One controller collection, and it's really bad because it's a massive addiction I have. So as it stands right now, I think there's about 35 now. I spoke about this last podcast, but
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I used to be 6 out of like 20.
Yeah.
Which isn't too bad. It was like I'm only talking about the official Microsoft Xbox One released ones. And now it's up to like 35, and I had to give up. It was so expensive. I just had this it's like $100 per controller. It's very, very expensive. So
Mm.
I'm hoping that they'll be compatible. If not, I'll just trade them all in and then start again. So when they release new Xbox Scorpio controllers, I can have them.
Yeah. Oh well,
So,
I don't see why they wouldn't make them compatible with the.
For the same
Yeah.
reason. Yeah, for the reason Nick just said. So he'll have to go
Money.
and buy new ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say money.
Much
So-
better, so.
You know, I might still keep them just to have them on display when I eventually get my own place properly set up and stuff. You know, if and when I get to Brisbane within the year, I'll have them all displayed, maybe something nice. Or like I do want to get myself a custom controller because I have done that. I bought a custom controller for another person, but I never got one myself. So I maybe might get one of those, but I'll see. Like I'm very like the Scorpio. I don't think is coming out for at least another year or so, maybe 2 years. Like I'm probably expecting late 2018, like near Christmas.
Yeah. It would make sense, because I got a launch day PS4 as well, and mine's been fine. I'm not going to bother with PS4 Pro.
See, I got rid of my
Yeah.
PS4. I traded in for a Switch.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Yep, I bought PS4 for one reason only. It's for No Man's Sky. Obviously, that tanked hard. But then I also found things like Beyond Two Souls, which was amazing. I also played through.
Wait, but Nick, didn't you buy Uno on PS4?
I did buy Uno on PS4, but I also bought Fahrenheit, which I believe it's called Fahrenheit, which was made by the same people who made Beyond Two Souls. And
Yeah.
they also made Heavy Rain, which I also played through. And I also played through what's that one that everyone was losing their shit over? With the Wendigos and shit.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. So I also
I just
played
said
through
that like
that.
a second ago. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. But
Oh,
yeah,
fuck's
like.
sake! No. Play the tape back.
But no, I also so like, and those were the kind of games I really enjoyed playing, where like it's kind of like a choose your own destiny, where you know realistically choice isn't real. But it was I had a lot of fun with it. Destiny 2 should be good.
Another game I'm getting.
Yeah.
What he's gonna? Oh God, because you guys both play
Xbox.
PlayStation. Fuck you. Are you gonna get an Xbox? Brad?
I
Fuck
have
you.
I have games where I get certain games on, and Xbox has always been my primary console. So I will get all new games on Xbox unless they're PS4 exclusive or I just get them on PS4. But yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about building a new PC and putting an Elgato or something in there, so I can hook my Xbox up to my computer instead of having a TV, so I can sell my TV.
Yeah.
And then that way I can have all my stuff, so then I can be able to record, you and I playing, or if Brad's gonna get on Xboxes, whatever as well, we can play Destiny through together and or whatever. Yeah, I know you're a fucking jerk. Like that's like actually Matt raised a really good point. Do any of you have a console or games that you find, or a series of games that you specifically play on a certain, be it platform, like be it Xbox? Like for me personally, Call of Duty has always been a console thing.
Yeah.
However, I did play Call of Duty 4 purely on PC and found I enjoyed it more because I play shooters, because I felt like shooters are a bit more sensitive and you can be a bit more accurate with it. But like, is there a certain game that you find, like for me, Halo will always be an Xbox thing?
Tomb Raider will always be a PS4 thing to me. I know.
Yep.
Or PlayStation, not PS4.
Well, it's with Kingdom Hearts 3 again. It's coming out on both main consoles. I will probably get that on the PS4 because I've played every Kingdom Hearts game has been on PlayStation before that. So and I've got every game on PS4. So I would like to continue the trend.
Yeah.
I guess. But no, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh, what?
So,
you should.
Yeah, I know. So my understanding is, I was gonna say, I understand it's very, very similar to kind of like Final Fantasy, but with like Disney characters, right?
Yeah, and you like basically, it's like Final Fantasy, but it's not turn-based. It's like the newest one, Final Fantasy 15, which is an amazing game. Yeah, it's just got Disney characters, and it's a really good story. The only problem with it, and a lot of people find it, is that Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in 2002, I think, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and then they made all these side games. So there's like 4 on the DS, there's 1 on the PSP, there's 2 on the phone, and it's like they keep on prolonging Kingdom Hearts 3 because
prolonging or giving filler to save up for it.
Oh well, it's I would say giving filler because there's a massive story to it. Like it's one of those timelines where every game overlaps with each other, and it's like there's so much lore behind it as well. But it's my favorite game to play. So
Yeah, so like I've never played, so I'm thinking about picking up an emulator and doing a playthrough of it.
Yeah.
So I may just because I've never ever played one ever in my entire life. Like I've always always wanted to get around to it, but like my problem is I have a really bad habit of not finishing shit. Like right now I'm at a point with like doing a throwback to the start of the episode. I have an issue with not finishing shit, and I'm like currently at Prey where I thought I was only like maybe a good hour away from the end of the game, and then shit got real. Like so. Essentially, without spoiling too much, whether or not you guys are going to play it or not, but there's a point where it's like either you blow up the station or you can just leave. I was going to go just leave, and then I was like, I'll just blow up the station. I went to go do that a bit more, and then the military showed up, and that's where I'm at right now. So I was like, motherfucker. So now it's just...
I know it's different with Brad, because like I feel like when Brad plays a game, and you can agree or disagree with this, he finishes it. Right, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play to finish. Yeah.
I don't do that. I play do you mean play to finish the story or do you mean the trophies?
Both.
Yeah, I only play to finish the story.
Yeah.
So if that meant like with Kingdom Hearts, there's 4 difficulties. I usually play on the easiest one because I'm just interested in the story. So I just want to try and finish it as quickly as possible and watch every cutscene and all that. That's how I...
See, then that's why you would appreciate games where you get achievements or trophies for just finishing the game. For example, Outlast.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing through Outlast 1 right now because it's just it's easy achievements.
I think one of my favorite games that come out recently are the Telltale games. Because
But the problem with those is you can't 100% them unless you save at certain points to do both choices.
Yeah, and
sometimes only some.
And they're the old ones, but like the new ones are just it's 1,000 games.
Just finish them.
You just have to finish it. And I was like, it's a 1,000 game store, and it's really fun. I've just finished episode 1 of Guardians Galaxy, so.
Yeah, I haven't got that yet. I just finished. I'm just starting up Game of Thrones in that actually now. I'm up to episode 2. The Telltale Game of Thrones.
I want to get the Borderlands one, and then I might.
That is really good. That's another one. You just finish a story.
That's just why I love it, Jack.
Trophies. Yeah.
I finished the Minecraft one and the Batman one, I think.
Minecraft is fun. Minecraft story mode is a good game. I'll say that.
Dude, we should probably get ready to wrap this up. Actually, we're at like an hour 12.
Are we really? Oh,
yeah. Quick hour. Mm-hmm. And also I have to poop real bad.
Put it in the pooper.
Yeah.
Throwback.
Jesus. Was that this podcast? Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we've covered a lot.
We're gonna wrap it there, and we'll pick it up probably in like a couple of days if we can, or a week.
Yeah, whenever we're all free. All right.
Yep. Cool.
It's the outro song. It isn't very long.
Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Team Tan Pants.